Over the weekend, Joe Biden was named America's next commander-in-chief, but he wasn't the only winner of the presidential election. Since the 2020 cycle began, more than 250 billionaires and their spouses opened up their sizable wallets to support Biden or Donald Trump. Some spent thousands, millions, or even hundreds of millions of dollars, wisely. Others, not so much. There are obvious winners, notably Biden's biggest backers, and obvious losers, like the billionaire 45th president and his donors. Then there are billionaires Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg, who committed huge sums of money to help get Biden elected but also frittered away hordes of cash on their own failed presidential campaigns. Steyer spent $342 million on his White House bid. Bloomberg spent more than $1.1 billion. Here are some of the most notable billionaire winners and losers of the 2020 presidential election. Dustin Moskovitz, Mark Zuckerberg's college roommate, the Facebook and Asana co-founder, spent big to fight Trump. He gave more than $800,000 to Biden and made a $20 million plus donation to Future Forward, a super PAC that shelled out $100 million to fund a last-minute TV ad blitz attacking Trump. It's raining in San Francisco, which is actually just perfect, Moskovitz tweeted the day after Biden was named the victor. 5-star weekend. Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn co-founder, was one of Biden's top fundraisers, helping the former vice president haul in record sums for his campaign. Hoffman himself gave more than $12 million this cycle, including at least $500,000 to Biden and $1.5 million to Unite the Country, a pro-Biden super PAC. He told Axios in the days before the election that he would put $1 million into a digital ad campaign urging voters to be patient as votes are counted. Ahead of the 2016 election, Hoffman trolled Trump with his own Cards Against Humanity-style game called Trumped Up Cards. Jim Simons, he and his wife Marilyn donated more than $20 million to federal political causes this cycle, including $978,400 to the Biden Action Fund and $4 million to Priorities USA Action, a pro-Biden super PAC. He also supported failed Democratic presidential candidate John Hickenlooper, who won one of Colorado's U.S. Senate seats on election night. A former math professor, Simons founded quantitative hedge fund Renaissance Technologies in 1982. The firm's former co-CEO, Robert Mercer, was one of Trump's biggest backers in 2016. Reed Hastings and Patty Quillen, the Netflix co-founder and co-CEO, and his wife, Patty Quillen, reportedly co-hosted a fundraiser for Pete Buttigieg in December 2019 but ended up giving at least $1.4 million to Biden. Quillen was also one of the biggest political donors to California propositions this year. She put $2 million into opposing Proposition 20, which would have made it more difficult for convicted felons to qualify for early parole. It was struck down by voters.